Hello YouTube, this is Ty the Movie Guy 22, and this is my fourth chapter in my first book series, Forest of the Forspoken, Forest of the Forsaken, and so far I've had a really interesting time coming up with storylines, developing the characters, and so far I gotta say I'm impressed with my own work. And the people that do watch the videos of my book, I really hope you enjoy it because I enjoy this story that I'm creating. In a way, it's like psychological horror mixed with like Hunger Games and Jason Bourne. So it's just a whole hodgepodge of awesomeness, intrigue, action, romance, a little bit of a supernatural, paranormal. Anyway, we last left off with the death of Savannah, and of course, Dylan was upset about that. Everyone was, so here we go. Chapter 4, entitled Finding Lost Brother. It had been 2 days since Savannah's death at the hands of one of Lawrence's Haun's minions. Dylan was still distraught, which was understandable. Me and him talked, and he had told me how he felt, which I understood, and he said, "The time for tears is over, little brother. Now is the time to take action." I understand that. But if you focus too much on revenge, you will lose yourself along the way. I know that. Now, at least. You've shown me the way. And I'm excited to find out what my strengths are. I know. Suddenly, Quinn appeared. "Hi, Quinn." "Hey, Tyler." "Hey, Dylan." "What are you doing here, Quinny Quinn?" Quinny Quinn Quinn. Dylan had nicknamed her Quinny Quinn. She's like, "Oh, nothing. I just wanted to talk to Tyler for a moment." "Oh. Well, an older brother knows when he's not needed. I'm guessing that's not what you want to talk to me about, is it?" "No, it's not." Despite Dylan's amusement. "What did you need?" "I can help you with anything. Do you want me to help you go get more supplies?" "No, I'm handling it. I wanted to know if... Hold on, guys. I wanted to know if I could... Savannah's death also impacted me. I know you two were best friends, and I want to protect Leah and make sure she's okay." "Are you asking me what I think you're asking me, Quinn?" "Yes." Dylan's like, "Wait, what is she asking? Is she asking about the food we're gonna have at lunch?" "Does anything she just said remotely resemble food?" "Well, she said she wants to protect her." "What does she want then?" "I want to start doing missions with you." "You'll have to talk to Frederick about that, but I have no problem. I'm pretty sure you're as strong as I'm very much sure you're as strong as the both of us are. Maybe even stronger." "Most definitely." "Oh. Where's Frederickson now?" But yes, there he is now. He had said to her, one sec, guys. Frederick had said, hey, I heard my name. What's up? Frederick, she wanted to know if she can join the Corps, or as we call ourselves now, Brothers of the Forest. I like that name. I like that name a lot. Brothers of the Forest. Are you sure you want to do this, Quinn? Yes. I'm tired of being defenseless. This time I will protect everyone. Just like him. Just like Tyler. Are you two romantically involved? No, we're not romantically involved. We're just getting to know each other. Slowly. Yes, that's all for right now anyways. I would like to see where it goes. Quinn and I talked. He said, I'll have to think about it, but I'll let you know by tonight. She said, okay. Quinn and I talked, walked throughout the village, and just talked. I was able to be myself around her, and she was able to be herself around me. I told her about wanting to remember parts of my past, and she encouraged me to find out more. She said, Tyler, yes, Quinn? I think it's time I told you more about myself. I would love to hear every detail. She grinned and smiled. And she began to tell me her tale. Her name was Quinn Evangeline Donaldson. That was her full name. Quinn grew up to a father and mother that were very rich people. She admitted that she had everything that a little girl could want. And she was happy because she was able to make her parents proud by becoming a medical physician, but not in the way that they had envisioned, which was fine with them. Quinn is basically a relief worker, she said. She also said that it helped her understand more about other people's plight and worries. I asked her what she meant, and she had told me that she was absolutely spoiled growing up. And I said, that cannot be the case at all. I don't like that word. I know you don't. I said, I know it's not a very nice word, is it? No, it's not. I had wondered more about her as we had talked throughout the afternoon. At night, we had eaten together. We had eaten a bowl of rice, and it was actually cooked rather well. And we had found a spot together. We had found a watering hole or a waterfall where we could bathe in private or together, depending on who was there. I helped in any way I can in the village. Quinn and I gathered everything from firewood to vaccine capsules and syringes to everything that people that need to be healthy need. We even had she even had her own pair of surgical gloves and mask. She had spent a couple times cooking in the forest, cooking up anything she could find. I look at her and I see my entire future of what I want it to be. And I think to myself, what a struggle it was, what a struggle it is, what we went through together, and how I love her every day, and how I wonder, and it made me wonder how long we would actually stay together if we did eventually get together. But more on that later, I thought to myself. The future is ever changing. She said she had mentioned something about snowfall, and Dylan was right next to me, and all of a sudden, our eyes turned to hazelish green. You got it too, Dylan? Future sight? Yeah. Future sight was this power that let us see into the future. But sometimes what we saw may have been incorrect. So did Gregory really have our powers? To come to think of it, I think it might have been a trick. And I think he may have lied about him being part of us. Yes. Then all of a sudden, my arm began to glow. Not my arm, I'm sorry. My fingers began to glow, and so did Dylan's. What's happening to us? I don't know, but our fingers are glowing. Well, I could obviously see that our fingers are glowing. You blockhead. What could they mean? Let me close my eyes and I shall see. Don't speak to me in riddles. I can beat you because I am quicker than a fiddle. Stop talking in rhyme. It drives me insane. Insane is not a word. Be quiet. You're not a word. I shall aim for that bird. Stop rhyming. I shot. Suddenly, Dylan and I closed our eyes and channeled our magic ability through our fingers. Through fluid hand motions, we fired. And kinetic energy came through our fingers and zapped a tree. Was this the power I think it might be? Dylan said. I don't know. You think it was... Was this chaos energy? Chaos energy? That was only supposed to be a theory. Never thought it'd actually be real. Lots of things are starting to surprise me, Dylan. I know. So was I. So was mine ability. Suddenly, Frederick came. Quinn, congratulations. If you complete this, you are now part of the Brothers of the Forest. And you shall now consult with us, me and Jordan, to see where you will be with them at. How wonderful. This means we get to work together, Tyler. Yes, it does. But you'll need a little bit of training. Believe me, Dylan's like, yeah, you'll need a little bit of training. Try to see if you can block a punch. Dylan swiped, and Quinn quickly grabbed his arm, pushed it back, and knocked him forward with a judo sweep, and kicked him in the face. Ow, what was that? Daddy taught me how to fight. I'm no fool. I know how to protect myself. Jeez, and I thought you were just an amazing daughter and sort of a spoiled princess. She said, amazing daughter and former spoiled princess, for your information. Well, good enough for me. What do you say, little brother? Yeah, she'll join us. Yay! She shouted. Quinn and I were beginning to understand more of each other. I understood that she helped me be more. I tried to be more of a humanitarian with her. I began to learn how to heal people that were sick. And I always gave Quinn the push she needed. I've been giving Quinn the pushes she's needed to get past her self-worth and self-doubt. And even though she may not have powers quite yet, she will learn one day that her true power is from inside. That's kind of a spoiler warning for the next book or next couple of chapters, the last couple of chapters. I'm just warning you guys right now that she'll most likely end up getting powers by the end of this book or the second one. But anyways, she had said to me, "Thank you for that help." Jordan smiled and said, all right, enough with the cutesy moments, now on to business. What did you have in mind? Are we going after Savannah's killer? Yes. Yes, we're going after Savannah's killer. But Tyler, yes. Be on your guard. You may not. This may be a mission you may not be able to get yourself out of. Understood. Alright, let's be careful. Dylan, and Quinn, Dylan, and I all grabbed our gear, and we taught her the basics as we went along through our training. This mission is time sensitive. What's our mission again? Dylan asked. We're gonna capture his second in command. Gregory. No, not Gregory. We're not capturing him yet. He's too powerful. Then who are we catching? Alistair Smith. Wait, not Alistair Smith. This is a Spider-Man comic character. I'll just make up a name. Rowan Blackthorn. Rowan Blackthorn. Yes, we have to fight him. You could either bring him back alive or kill him. It doesn't matter to us. I feel like we'd be better off just taking him in quietly, because that way we can get more information. You really think he'd talk? If anyone could get him to talk, it would be me or Dylan. You're right about that. Quinn and I went through firearms training, and she got pretty damn good. Dylan had an apple on his head, and Quinn shot it right off of his head, and she damn near took his head off, but she ended up successfully completing her training. As we went off to our mission and location, Quinn told us more about her personal life and ideals. Dylan, I could tell, was lost in his own mind. I could tell he still hasn't gotten over Savannah, which I understand. It had only been 2 days. And she wanted to see what was going to happen. I turn to Quinn and I tell her, Quinn, please look after him. I don't know if he's going to be okay through this mission. I heard that. Oh crap, I forgot. We had supersonic hearing. Yes. You should know something. I am in control. You can't. Little brother, I know you're struggling to keep yourself together and sane because of what happened with Colonel Morris. I know. I don't want to kill him. It might come to that, Tyler. This man was like our father. I know. But if he's turned evil, we fight for the side of good. Remember you told me that good always triumphs over evil. Dylan, what? Protecting someone's life doesn't ever mean... Yes, protecting a life is good, but it doesn't ever justify taking one. Even if that person is as bad as Han. As bad as Lawrence Hahn. Yes. Maybe. I just know that it won't bring you any peace. Savannah's still gone. I know Savannah's still gone, he shouted. I held her dying body in my arms, brother. I'm sorry. Don't be. I needed to hear it. Especially from my own brother. Wallowing in self-doubt and self-pity got me nowhere. Finally, you realize that on your own? Oh, shut up. We chuckled as he stifled back tears. I'm like, there he is. Blackthorn. Blackthorn? Mr. Blackthorn. Ah, we found him. Great. Look now. Don't look now. It's Gregory and Han. Three clicks that way. Quinn tied her satin hair back into a bun. And I should say, her bun was neatly done. I was going to... Dylan's like, if you rhyme again, I swear I'm gonna kick your ass. Right, sorry, little brother. You're the little brother. We don't have time for this. All three of us load our weapons. For Dylan, it was a cattleman revolver. Surprised we still had those around, considering those are old by our standards. Quinn carried a bow and arrow. Quinn carried a bow and arrow. What do you think you're gonna hit with that, a deer? Scoffed Dylan. Dylan scoffed. No, I'm gonna take a bad guy. Well, you better not miss. Says the guy who can't even hit a target when there's 3-mile-an-hour wind. He just scoffed again and turned his head. You got him there. I heard that. We prepared for our battle. Me with a Walter PP-217. Or no. Me, I just had a regular sidearm. A pistol, but it was silenced. We used our tactical maneuver. I moved left. Dylan moved right, and Quinn was on top through support. I managed to take out one guard by knocking him in the head, and Dylan did the same. We both rushed to get to Blackthorn, but it was a decoy. It was a trap. Quinn, get out of there! Quinn had been taken. Quinn! I shouted. But Quinn had a trick of her own. We expected something like this. Quinn carefully got out of the bad guy's grasp and pushed him off a cliff, hitting his head on a rock, killing him instantly. Me, Dylan, and Quinn all fired at our enemies, trying not to kill the other important member of Lawrence Hahn's regime. It turned out this is one of the safe houses where they keep almost all their supplies. And a new supply wouldn't come in for another month or so. An eye for an eye, Dylan said, with a smile. Yes. Quinn had shot the last guard in the leg. Quinn had shot the last guard in the neck, and we were able to get out of there with our prize, which was Blackthorn. Suddenly, the earth began to shake around my feet and his feet and her feet. The ground began to quake. And I said, Dylan, get Quinn out of here now. I'm not going to leave you. Just do it. I turned around. And lo and behold, what I found was Lawrence Hahn standing there, smiling sadistically at me. My. You just don't know when to give up, do you? It's called a warrior spirit, and I will never give in to the likes of you. I will not stop until one of us is done, until one of us is defeated. I will not stop until you are defeated. Or worse. You know you won't use a firearm against me. How do you know that? Because we're all about fairness. All of a sudden, he broke off a tip of a vial and began to ingest it. His eyes began to turn green as mine did. Did he have future sight? I thought. And his veins in his arm turned black as night. And a thought suddenly occurred to me, another vision. And it was frightening, to say the least. The black scorpion venom. I thought it was only theoretical, just like most things I thought. But no, it was very real, very dangerous, and very, very usable and weaponizable now. I realized this is what Jordan meant, and Frederick. I stood my ground and prepared to fight. End of chapter 4. Yes, I'm leaving it on a cliffhanger, and I will finish the rest of this. I will finish the rest of chapter 4 later, sometime next week, and I will reward you guys with chapter 5 called Allegiance. Chapter 5 is going to be called Allegiance Withdrawn. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. This is Ty the Movie Guy signing off.